Give me a second to find the video. I have a lot to talk about in one feed. If you're just getting on here, make sure you share this feed out too. I had a pretty big feed yesterday, and this is going to be a big feed too, so you guys are going to have to give me 1 second to share this feed out. Facebook's kind of slow. They keep updating their app. So make sure if you're just getting on here that you guys are dropping your name for a card. I'm going to go ahead and do like a little ascension report and then get to my normal cards. We have a lot going on astrologically, so I'm going to give you guys a little update. Just give me 1 second to share this out. I give away an activation off of every video. A lot of people aren't able to catch me live because I'm on United Kingdom time. It's cool. You guys can still share the feed if you're not catching me live because I don't find the person until the next day at least. So make sure you're sharing this feed out. Facebook always has me banned in my own little networks. So drop your name if you're going to want a card. I'm about to get started. It's an amazing energy for this feed. I'm really loving this energy. Some people are handling it good, some people aren't. So we're going to talk astrology and what's coming on because we're getting ready for Venus upgrade, which is kind of huge. I've been doing these ascension cards. I'm really loving them. I've only done them a couple times, but I'll definitely be using them for probably at least a month till I get sick of them, but they're amazing for ascension. So let's see. I'm about to get started. Make sure you guys shared this feed out. I always need everyone around to help me because Facebook would just love to keep me trapped in my own little areas so I can't get my videos out. They definitely want to shut this down all the time. So make sure you guys share this feed out. We have an amazing energy hitting the planet with a lot of water about to hit us. You know, water is representative of emotions, so you guys can expect the weather to get kind of haywire with all that water energy surfacing as well. We know storms are representative of these emotions, so a lot of times we can see more rain with those kind of energies. We're getting ready for a new moon in Libra on Monday. And this is an amazing energy because we have this Neptune retrograde as well as a Venus retrograde with the energy creating a lot of emotional pull. The energy right now is about clearing any outdated programming and getting to the core of any inner wounds, childhood issues, things that you have yet to forgive, anything you need to clear karmically. And with this Scorpio energy, we're going to really see a theme and a light being shined on your past life connections. Those are really reflected in the now with the people that you've been learning with. So a lot of the relationships we had this life was so that we could clear karma from past lives with a lot of these relationships around us. I always say that with this energy, it's pretty normal for you guys to have like exes come back to you. Old friends you haven't seen for years. It could be family members. If you're having people surface that you haven't seen for a long time, that is a sign that you have karma that you need to clear with that person. This is about a deeper liberation. So, you know, the theme all week long, and it's not going to be the same until after this moon, is letting go of the things that are poisoning your body and your soul. A lot of people have become toxic to us and toxic to our energy, which is toxic to our soul for us to be around. It creates sort of a soul sickness to be around a lot of negativity. It really does on deep levels. So we need to let go of the negative people around us. We see a big trend with the empath narcissist relationship. I was thinking about that this morning, and I'm trying to pinpoint if maybe that was just like part of my own experience I went through, and maybe it's just part of the awakening process that we have that real bad kind of relationship before we come into real love. And it's kind of like, you know, a real fast boot camp in perfecting ourselves and seeing the qualities that we don't want to have in ourselves. And it really puts us into more of an empathic state, you know, and feeling bad for ourselves and how we're treated. So we see a really big theme with that. You'll notice that if you try to get rid of the toxic person, they usually don't want to go anywhere. They'll usually come back, they'll usually attack you, they'll usually start drama. They really want to stay corded to you. We have to realize that as light workers, those that are not doing the same spiritual inner work, like meditating and healing, they're not doing the same work on their path. So instead of tuning in to that source energy all around us, they tend to latch on to those with light. That's been a huge part of our journey because, you know, we're born into this place and we enter our parents' reality, and our parents were not awake. So they were not themselves tuning into that light. They were also looking at us as a light source, whether we realize it or not. So a lot of our core wounds come from our childhood because we could not connect properly with our parents on whatever level they were not able to connect on the same galactic levels that we're able to. So we're looking for these meaningful connections in these places. And, you know, in the third dimension, connections tend to be very superficial, very controlled, drama-oriented, very, I like you for this reason, whatever it is. So we're working on coming back to deeper connections. If you've had a lot of childhood trauma, or, you know, if you were like an abuse survivor, if you had a really bad childhood, things like that, it tends to fragment our souls. People actually can have their soul detached from their body that have been through a lot of trauma, whether it was PTSD, addiction, there's all types of reasons. There are things in this matrix that are cutting us off from source. So we know the obvious things like the chemicals, the fluoride, the medications, but a lot of our core traumas are not allowing us to connect as deeply to our higher selves. So this is a really good energy to take a deeper look at your lessons. I put up a really good channeled article about that this morning on this page because so many people are getting hung up in these past lessons. I try to explain to my boyfriend that the whole planet has been through crazy lessons to get to this place where we can all heal now. That everyone had a hard path. Everyone had crazy experiences, especially the dark, because they're getting nailed with more karma. So they're getting a lot of soul growth as well. We're going through crazy soul growth on this journey. But a lot of people are too hung up on some of the experiences they had. The worst thing to do is if you had some kind of trauma, to ignore it, to pretend it never happened, because it breaks off an aspect of who we are that we need to be whole. So that's what we do. We go through these bad experiences. We tend to try to put it out of mind, pretend it never happened, not process it correctly. We create these blockages. We have a huge emphasis on our sacral and heart chakra right now. So we just came out of Mars retrograde. During that period, the divine masculine was really upgraded on a template level. They went through a lot of upgrades real fast. And now this energy is shifting the focus back to the divine feminine. And when we're going through this Venus retrograde, the feminine will be very affected with the upgrades that we're going through. All of humanity is going through sacral and heart chakra upgrades with this energy storm that we're experiencing now. And it is to remove any outdated templates that you have running, any programming. We got a lot of programming from our parents, and clearly it wasn't the best. So we're really working on reprogramming ourselves and letting go of the illusions surrounding love. There's a lot of labels around this love, especially in the spiritual communities, right? We love soulmate, we love twin flame, divine unions. I could go on and on. We love to label things around here. Labels limit us in every way. We need to understand the infinite potential of this love, that it is beyond human words, it is beyond these labels, because when we label these type of relationships, we tend to enslave ourselves in those notions. So we need to let go of the labels. It's been a huge thing on my journey, ditching the labels, replacing these words that have been hijacked. Make sure you guys are letting go of the things that are not serving you, namely the people around you, your past lessons and experiences. You know, you might have had a friend that you met like 5-10 years ago. You're at a different vibration now than you were at that time. It's time to let go of the people that you learned with in the past, because everyone wants this new world and they want something better and something new without realizing that in order to do that collectively, we need to let go of the old around us. So we're at a place as light workers where we're clearing more space for what is to come. We don't have the space for these things. We need to really do a lot of letting go. If you guys need me, I need I need video ideas to my business page inbox. So just shoot me a message if you have any video topics you guys want me to talk about or cover on video. I'm always needing topics. If you didn't get a card, my actual Akashic readings work a lot differently. I do past life reading as well as future probabilities in the now. And you guys can set up anything on my site. You guys should be checking out my Tibetan heart chakra activation with this energy, because it's an amazing time to really help with that upgrade process. And it's just, there's never been any better energy. Check out my activations and classes. If you guys haven't been Reiki attuned, you probably want to check that out on my site. Katrina Dean. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. And this energy is doing crazy things to our body. We're changing from the inside out. Any of the change that we're seeing manifesting into the physical is coming from within. That is what controls our reality. So we need to be really balanced energetically for these energies as they're coming and sweeping the planet on every level. So if you're ungrounded, I just told this story on my feed I just did in my Sparks to Divine Light healing groups. If you're not in them, add them, because I feed in those spaces too. So I just did a video on this, and I told a story about how I was traveling like a week ago, and I was traveling a distance by train, and of course my train broke down and didn't have brakes, right? So I was very ungrounded for my day of traveling. So by the time I got home, it was very reflective in my life as well. You could tell that I was started to manifest very ungrounding circumstances around me. So when we're really grounded and at a good space energetically, it's going to be very reflective in your external world. I'm always trying to create this life of peace lately, I was saying on my last feed. You know, I created a job that I like. I unplugged from the matrix. I have a pretty chill schedule and the way I do my healing work and my videos, and I just kind of do my day every day on a loop, and I'm loving it. And I'm trying to create more peace around me in my world. So I've been getting rid of the people that are causing drama around me on all new levels. The type of people that are crying all the time, not willing to change, playing the victim, always creating drama. The type of people that are complaining all the time. Those are huge energy vampire red flags. So I've been ditching the toxic people around me that are not willing to be doing the same spiritual work as me, because I'm not going to continue to pour my energy into empty vortexes that just want your energy. They don't want to change. They just want energy on some level. I'm all about even energy exchanges. You guys know that if you know me, and that's a huge theme right now. Don't expect the universe to do all the work. Don't expect to put 5% energy out and the universe to put the other 95% energy out. It doesn't work that way. The universe is an even energy exchange. So if I go ahead and I put, 50% effort into myself, the universe will put 50% effort into me. So we need to put more energy and more awareness into what we're doing with ourselves. We can't just be expecting the people around us to do the work, or the universe. Alexis Jarn. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. It's feeling like in my life that my manifesting is really slow with this energy. Yesterday anyways, it just felt a little slow. Usually when it feels like it's not working, that's when it is the best. We can feel like we're not in the flow, and that's when we're most in the flow a lot of the time. So that's how this energy is right now. It can feel like you're putting these visions and ideas out and it's not working. They are on all new levels. It's very important from now until Tuesday that we stay very high vibe and we're only thinking about things that we want to see manifest. Cindy Lynn, make sure you guys share this feed out too. You guys have a sleeping family members, it's not working, the things you're saying, yeah, it's not going to, this is going to happen on energetic levels. So once we're activated, we will activate those around us. So make sure you stick this on Sleeping Grandma's page or your Toxic Sisters page too. Cindy, Lynn, the initiation. Rite of passage, you're going somewhere sacred. Your soul is leading you home. You have this internal compass, and it could feel like, I felt like I was listening to my intuition in the past and it was getting me into trouble. You're always right where you should be, so don't feel like that in your path if that's the case. Always follow your intuition. It is leading you home. Jeannie Zakarda, good morning. I'm sending out crazy vibrations. I felt like staying in bed all day. I won't lie. And my boyfriend was like, you should probably just stay in bed. I was like, it's a space storm. I can't. I had almost 10K views on my video yesterday, and I always have a lot of views. Like today, this will be a real big video, so I'm not feeling any pressure or anything, you know, having to go live in front of like 10,000 light workers. I'm trying to do my best. I just didn't feel like getting up, but I was like, no, I have to. It's a space storm, so this is very important energy for the light workers. If you guys don't feel like moving around, go do some yoga, go running, move your energy. It'll make you feel a lot better. We had to use this energy. Janine, fill up your well, retreat, rest, refuel. It's a huge theme right now. Brittany told me to take a self-care day. I've been doing that every day. I can't just quit my life and say I'm doing self-care every day, but we really have been around here, and it's been amazing. So really shift the focus to your own energy this storm. I know as light workers, we're always feeling compelled to be the fixers. I don't know if anyone else is like me. I just see things and I know I can fix them and make them better, right? As an empath, I'll, you know, see my friend's situation and I'll feel like inserting myself, and maybe I can assist and make things better. We need to get back to non-interference objectives where we lead by example, not by doing other people's coursework for them. We can only really just be ourselves, and people see this stuff is working and they'll want it to change. Terry Elizabeth. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. It's everything that I'm about. I have a lot of emphasis on Akashic work. I'm channeling Akashic energies now, so I am a channel. And I do a lot of past life work. I'm really skilled with future timelines and past timelines. And we really had to break these chains. And it's going to happen first with our families. The families that we incarnated into. Like for me, I had to come break my mother's karma, because she wasn't strong enough to, so I kind of continue their journey, and so are you. So we came to really transmute this stuff. I just did a feed earlier on how everyone has PTSD in their ancestral trauma, and they're using our foods and things like vaccines and the air to bring these things out of humanity. So all they had to do is blow up some towers around here, and it puts humanity in a state of crisis, a state of panic, a state of fear so easily. From that ancestral trauma, you had to remember that this whole cycle, everyone was asleep the whole cycle, not themselves, disconnected from their divinity, and it was kind of a chaotic cycle coming to an end now, and that kind of stuff is really affecting us. Everyone should really be working on their DNA. What is ascension? Well, I'm sure a lot of people have different, you know, definitions of this, but this planet is making a global ascension. That means that every person that is still alive on this planet is ascending right now. Now, the ones that are negative or service of self will ascend with us to a certain point, but I look at ascension as activating your DNA. So at some point, humanity got shut down to a 2-strand DNA system. If you go to college like I did, and I took these type of medical classes, they will tell you that, you know, the 2 strands is stuff like your eye color and your genetics from your parents, but they don't know what the other strands do. They just must be garbage, the rest of your DNA. So they teach very limited understanding of this, but we are going back to a minimum of a 12-strand system right now. So when you activate those other strands, you know, it's going to give you psychic abilities, clairvoyance, things like that, special spiritual gifts. Your gifts lie in that other 90%. And they've been inactive this whole life because we were shut down to the 2 strands. So we could not access our higher self, the other dimensions, and our gifts. The energies are correcting these flaws now. We're being activated on every level with the geomagnetic storms, the lunar cycles, everything that is occurring in the now. So have a strong focus on your DNA. That's really what ascension is. Vanessa Jones, sending love for your prison planet job. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. It's everything that we're working on every day around here. Right now, you're going to see a huge battle, yes, battle, between free will and destiny. You need to understand that we came to this 3rd-dimensional planet, and the people have been locked in to a certain fate. They are soul contracted, most of the people that are asleep, through the end of the cycle karmically in their lessons. So their fates are already destined and written out. There are things that we can do to fix this and to change this for people. And namely, it will fall back on free will now. I was just did a feed on it, how they're always throwing that around in religions. You have free will. I just did a video on how those religions are so bad for you because they teach you fear and guilt and keep you in the lower chakras. But they throw that word around a lot. They definitely don't tell people how to use it though, because it will be the undoing around here that we as co-creators have free will, and it will oversee anything that is occurring here. So we're going to get back to using our free will to rewrite our destiny or change our futures. Ben Beeler, I'm amazing over here. I'm having coffee. Ben, I was thinking about you and Amanda anyway this morning, and I was sending her so much healing energy and love. Tell her that you have no idea how important you both were in my journey to getting me to this place in the United Kingdom. And I wish I had more time with you guys. I wish when I wasn't there, it wasn't so crazy and chaotic in my life and what I was going through. But I had the most amazing time, and I wanted you to know I'm sending so much love to California. Pleiades, you got this card yesterday, I swear. Oh, I'm having deja vu. Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. We have such a strong connection to those stars. I know that a lot of you guys are probably drawn to looking at the stars or being outside or anything astrological, anything astronomical, things like that. We have such a connection with those stars. It is mind-blowing. I always think of the blue star as our spaceship hovering above to oversee what we're doing here. I always think of it real high tech with like lots of cameras, like how they have the droid, like overseeing our mission on Earth. Let's just say a lot of interdimensional life is very interested in what we're doing at this time. Just getting back to respecting nature, living in harmony with the Earth, and things like that are very, very important. Mari Mars Linda. Yes, just say yes. If you've been thinking or pondering something, the answer is always yes. Go for it. We need to set aside our fear now. We're always thinking about what if things could go wrong, and then we make them go wrong with our minds, right? I have this amazing idea first, right? I'll have a great idea. Let's do this. And then I'll think, oh, that might not work out. We're really self-sabotaging on every level doing that. This is a manifest reality. And I know a lot of people are fast to blame the government and these systems for everything wrong in the world. Not their mental thinking patterns that are creating this reality, though, right? So people are real content in staying real negative with their thought patterns, and then they're complaining about the government and everything in the world wrong with it. So we need to really change our minds in order to change our reality. Tina Marie. Dance, do something to shift your vibration. We just had a talk on my video I just did in my class phase, and I was talking about how if you do art or you channel music, or I'm channeling words right now, I'm channeling spirit, call it what you want, right? And doing that, it puts you in the moment. So we need to dance more. It'll raise your vibration, send more Reiki, be in the flow more. Lily Maria. Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realm. I saw a really nice meme this morning that said, I have more help in the other realm than I do here. Yes, we do. We really do. We tend to feel alone here and separated because we're all spread out on our missions. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm watching the healers wake up and assemble their light worker missions globally, and it's mind-blowing to be part of and to even be watching all of this occurring right now. So we're really just getting back to who we are and remembering ourselves and getting assembled with our missions, which are going to be huge ultimately one day in all this. Lisa Cleveland. Leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. We're really learning how to fly in every level. It can be scary to go into the unknown, but you just had to trust your internal compass. Just trust your intuition. It will lead you crazy places, just as it's been leading me to crazy places. Just keep on following that soul pull. Jessica Coleman. Min Taken. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. And I always do look at us as like the original light workers that came here and try to help, and here we are, we got karmically entangled, and we're just liberating now after all of that. And it's really powerful in us coming to unity as light workers. Allie, good. I have Well, Mike's putting some more stuff on my site, so you may as well wait. But eventually, I have a couple of graphics I need. And you need a Tibetan heart chakra activation, so maybe we can work something out. Allie, the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. And I couldn't feel more amazing about my life and the people around me. I've been shifting a lot of dead vibration out around me. And I'm feeling amazing where I'm at with the people around me. Like, just beyond amazing with what I'm creating and the people that I'm drawing to me. So if you guys get rid of, you know, the people that are draining to you, the people that are not on the spiritual path, the universe will send you spiritual people to fill that space. So, you know, when you were asleep, you were drawing asleep people to you. You were drawing people like you to you. So now that we've become spiritual and authentic, the universe will send you spiritual, authentic people to you, and it's amazing. So it can feel kind of lonely when you're going through that transition and you like cut all your friends off your page like me over the top, but the universe will fill that space with something beautiful. Dwayna Shea. Align your life. What is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? And these are huge reoccurring messages that I'm always talking about how our timelines have become outdated. Don't make any long-term plans, anyone. Yeah, like the people that have the 5-year plan. Sorry, I wouldn't make plans past a 2-year point. That's all I'm going to say about it. I would just know that the timelines that we're on are going to be changing. Don't make long-term plans. I know people are into the American dream where they make these 50-year plans, 20-year plans. I just would not advise that. I would just stay in the now. Gail. Epic. I'm up late. It's like so late here, but I caught my friends. It's worth it. Good. Make sure you guys share this feed out. I'm banned for life. If someone could throw it in the Lightworker Live feed group, that would be great. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. It's been a long time coming just with the lessons that we've been through to get to this place. So I don't know if people understand. It was a long cycle of lessons to get us calibrated where we need to be as channels. And it's just amazing all around us. This energy is going to bring out our psychic potential. Gail has a lot of Pisces in her chart. That's why I love her like my boyfriend. And you're going to be feeling real tuned in and real psychic. So there's a lot of water that's about to start flowing. And we're going to be in our element because there's a lot of Taurus, Uranus influence too. We'll feel good this storm. For once. Brittany Kerner. Priestess. You're being called to step up and lead, and that's where we're all at. I always have felt like on my journey, I got to learn how to teach again on the real teachers and on the spiritual leaders and on the light workers. I'm always playing school with you guys, and I'm always in awe too of what I'm doing and how crazy it is and mind-blowing. So just know that the people on this feed are going to be making huge changes and are the healers, are the leaders, and the ones that are going to be looked up to, because we have a different kind of energy that we're holding, and it's really not going unnoticed by the people around us, especially as we're doing this work. The first step is you have your awakening. The second step is you open your heart chakra and it begins this expansion, right? And then you're going to go on to your third eye and it goes on to rewiring your brain. So a lot of people, as you're opening your heart chakra or you have expanded your heart chakra, you're going to become more and more magnetic. You're going to be able to easily manifest anything that you want or draw people to you, draw objects to you, really easy. Candy Cornett. The ever unfolding rose. Cracked open, it's happening to you, for you, not you. Heather Feather. Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Our triggers are really coming from our core wounds too. Yeah. A lot of the triggers that we're experiencing are coming from negative childhood programming. So the things that annoy you, that you can't take, that, you know, push you level 500, are usually have a lot to do with your core programming as well. If you're getting triggered, take a deeper look at yourself. Get rid of the people. Just probably get rid of them. Michelle Randall. Trust the niggle. What is the niggle feeling trying to tell you? You need to trust your intuition. If I had been listening to my intuition, it probably would have saved me a lot of hassle in some of the relationships I had. So really follow your intuition. A lot of times we're ignoring red flags and warning signs that we saw, but we just weren't sure. Always follow your intuition. It's never going to be wrong. Roxaline Knight. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? We should be having this soul pull for healing right now. Because we know as healers, we can't heal other people until we heal ourselves. That is the first step. You first heal yourself, and then you're going to be feeling a pull to heal others. On some level, your soul is going to be dissatisfied unless you are doing something pertaining to healing or service during these times right now. Because we are on a galactic assignment to help people. That's why a lot of people get really dissatisfied with their jobs, or they can become very drained by them. Terry Elizabeth Lumpkin. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? We have the entire universe aligned with us. Of course, if you believe the universe is not aligned with you, I'm sure it won't be. So we need to believe that the whole universe is aligned with us first off, and we need to know that it is, and it will be. Connie. Bizette. Pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Oh, your vibe's amazing. I'm vibing so high with all you guys. I'm pretty much like vibrating right now. I just did a feed and I was feeling so happy. I'm in straight bliss. My vibe's going up. I know yours is because we're all on the same vibes around here. We forget that. A lot of people will be like, you have the most amazing energy to me. And I'm like, yeah, so do you. You're vibing on the same frequencies as me. I think we lose sight of that we're only going to be vibing around certain people. We have to be on the same frequencies. So on some level, Facebook did not notify you I went live because they're assholes. So on some level, you found this video. You came to it. You haven't turned it off. So we're on the same frequencies, and we can tell we're just going up so fast. Cheryl Jolly. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. We tend to overthink, overanalyzing, not realizing how dangerous our thoughts can be if they're negative. We really don't realize how dangerous they are and how self-sabotaging it is to ourselves. More mental reprogramming. Amy McCarthy. Amy, star mother. How can you mother yourself? I just did on my earlier feed how we're talking about if you had a hard time with like your mother as a kid, you could have issues connecting with the feminine element. If you had like a real bad relationship with your dad, you could have masculine issues through connections. So just really work on your divine feminine energy. It's very powerful. That's why it's so suppressed around here nowadays, because that feminine energy is for manifesting and creating, and it's really a portal to that goddess energy. More feminine energy work. Anne Maria, sending you good vibes. I channel out good energy, and then I have all the light workers on here, and it creates a really nice energy. I love it. It always makes me feel a lot better when I go live. So we're sending you good vibes. And the crumbling, what are you clinging to? Let go. When my life is falling in like that, happens every week. I'm used to it, right? A lot of people freak out like, oh my God, everything's going so bad. And I'm just like, let go. Like, just let it fall in. Because if things are feeling like they're crumbling, they're falling into place in other areas for you. So just relax a little, breathe. Things are going to work out better than you think. Jamie Bizard. Take a break. Life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Yeah, we're working way too hard. We need more self-care around here for the light workers. I see all of you working way too hard. Playing light worker, playing prison planet jobs, playing parents. Most of the people around here are parents. Doing so much. More self-care. We're always taking care of the people around us. We're always so fast to respond if someone needs something. More self-care, more salt baths, more detoxing. I always forget to say this. If you guys did not get the detox vitamin list, just come hit my business page inbox or leave a comment and someone will get it to you. Make sure you're taking more vitamins. Better care of yourself. Those vitamins are crucial in this ascension process. Bethany Kent, and you need the vitamins too. I was telepathying you. Inner temple, devotion, tune into the porthole of your heart. And that's a theme, is the heart and sacral right now with this energy storm. And we know that this is the most amazing energy of the year for the healers, because those are the two chakras that are mostly being affected on the planet. We're always seeing healers with heart chakra and sacral and energy lossage problems. So it's really an amazing time to be having those chakras upgraded. Make sure you guys are drinking a lot of water with this storm. Taya Maria Bernie. Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. And we're all getting led back into that healer teacher role. At some level, we just came here with just our energy and our lessons, and it was enough to do this. So I said earlier, I felt like I had to read a lot of stuff when I woke up. Like, I must need to stock up on spiritual books, right? I have a lot to learn. I may need some spiritual books. But then I realized that we already have everything that we need to do this. That you don't have to go learn a bunch of stuff. That you have everything that you need now to be doing this. Yvonne Parsons. Starseed, what lights you up? We had to follow our bliss. For me, that's my mission. I get no greater joy than helping and assisting and healing. So my mission has become your bliss. But we have to find our bliss. Whatever is the core of what makes us happy. Melissa Pendleton. Good. Let's clear this karma once and for all. We need to do a lot of cord cutting with this energy, a lot of karma cleansing, a lot of past life cleansing, stuff like that. Use this energy to heal those connections. Melissa. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? I tried that. For me, I tried real hard to fit it in the matrix, right? Or starseeds, we stand out. I tried real hard, but I found that usually the people didn't like me anyway. And now that I'm authentic, the right people really like me. So just be really authentic. People don't want to hear a video about something you read in a book. It's like the Bible, right? They don't want to hear the Bible quoted back. They don't want to hear about someone else's spiritual experience that you memorized off of YouTube or the internet. They actually want to hear about your experiences, what you're working on now, what you're going through, what you have conquered in your own life, where you found your strength. They want to hear about you, not some kind of spiritual stuff you think might be true off of Google. So get to the core of your truth. It is you. Jeanette Bell. Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? We need to adventure more. I say it all the time that the universe is experiencing life through you. Okay, it does not want to be sick and dying and poisoned by the government in a prison planet job that makes you miserable with someone you don't want to be with. It does not want to experience that. If you're having a shitty time, the universe doesn't want to feel that either. So the universe wants to be having these high vibe, fun experiences where we're playing and going out and adventuring and traveling more and seeing things we've never seen before. I understand that not everyone can just leave their life like me and go across the planet to another city to play. But you guys can get out to a park that you've never been to. You can get out into nature somewhere new. You can explore the city you live in. You can go adventure more. So journey more into the unknown, aka experiences you've never had before. Yulavana Kaluku. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? All the people that were in the bad, toxic relationships, you guys know on a deep level that if you would have had better boundaries, you wouldn't have been walked all over. That you let it happen. So a lot of those unpleasant experiences or bad relationships or relationships with toxic people are to teach us better boundaries. We have to speak up. We have to say no when we feel like saying no, or we'll always be doing things we don't want to be doing. So if you feel like saying no, just say no. Amy McCarthy. No, wait, postpone, pause, say no. I'm always saying it's not a great idea to make it huge changes. Anytime we have this crazy energy, you guys shouldn't be breaking up with people, making huge life decisions when we have unstable energies. Take this time to rest more, to reflect, to meditate, more self-care. Antoinette Loney. Play, have fun, celebrate. Don't be so serious. That's what I'm working on as a starseed. You guys know I'm way too serious usually. We forgot how to play at some point. Might have been the indoctrination, the programming. I'm not really sure at what point. Like, it's kind of horrifying to think I probably barely can remember how to dance at this point, right? That's what I was saying. We need to dance and we need to play. We need to have fun more. We need to really be viewing things in awe and bliss as a kid would. And we need to be staying excited and doing fun things. We actually came here to this place to have fun experiences. It sounds real crazy, right? Sounds a little different than our lives now. But we actually came here to have nothing but fun experiences, believe it or not. More fun experiences. Wendy Walding. Warrior woman. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? We need to get rid of this fear once and for all. And I know that it's still going on because you can turn on the TV and see war everywhere and all this stuff. And that is a manifestation fear. So we need to let go of the fear in our own lives. Everyone, I put a meme up this morning, is like, what if things go awful? What if they go a million times better than you think? How can we never think that? Like, we have the plan, like I said, and we think it could go bad. How can we never think, oh my God, what if instead of it happening like I think, it happens a billion times better and bigger and crazier, right? We never think that. It's always right to the negative. So we have a lot of reprogramming to do. Deanna Potter. Soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do this alone. We're not going to ascend alone. It's about coming back to connection, consciousness, oneness, unity. So we're not going to do that. Alone will be separateness. So we need to come to unity on some level. If you can't get along with the people around you, you can't get along with yourself. More self-work. Mo Sass. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration, and we're going through some serious upgrades and integration right now, so it's pretty amazing. You guys know that when I'm on feed, it's probably crazy energy, and I always flow with the storm, so if you see me, it's probably like a crazy space storm, otherwise I'm chilling and doing self-care. So I'm here, I'm present, it's a crazy energy, we're getting upgraded on every level. Make sure you're drinking a ton of water. If you guys are feeling ascension symptoms, make sure that you guys are doing lots of energy work to get rid of those blocks. My boyfriend's been dying from ascension symptoms, and he has a lot of stuck energy that is now clearing in his life. So we tend to look at it like, I have ascension symptoms, I'm sick, that's a negative thing. View that as a positive. That is energy clearing in your body. Diana Commons. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Salt is amazing for our auras, but nature is too, and it puts us on the right frequencies. It's been kind of, it's okay out today. It's been pretty nice out. I've been trying to get outside more. You know, if you can't get outside where you live, at least open your door, open your window, get some airflow in your house. I had to like sage and open the window just to get some airflow and move the energy in my house. Open your windows, move the air where you live. Sherry Virgos. Lumeria. Creating heaven on earth is happening. This group has a very strong connection to Atlantis, Egypt, and Lumeria. And a lot of our journey began way back then when we were trying to facilitate change and to teach. And it's really led to this place. Explore your connection as a Lumerian starseed. Erin Elizabeth. Share your voice. Come out of your cave. Persecution, expression. I'm loving your pictures lately just of your life. She just posts regular pictures of her food, pictures of the beautiful places in nature she's going, gorgeous flowers, right? And it's really brightening up my feed. I just wanted to let you know, amazing work as a light worker. People want to see your life more. Share more of your kids meditating, more high vibe food pictures, more pictures of nature, just what you're doing spiritually, things like that. It's amazing. Tracy Harris. Protection. Call back your power. Cut your cords. Soul retrieval. And that's everything that we're working on, like all the time. Work on cutting your cords. We're working on becoming more whole. Clearly, I put a link up about soul fusion as well, which is something I do. I'm very big on soul fusion as well as shamanic soul retrieval and things like that, to use that to become more whole. More heart chakra work. Your heart chakra is going to be a porthole to your past lives as well. So if you have any past life healing that you need to do, it's going to be found in your heart chakra as well. Really be focusing on this now, because this is a time when things from our past are surfacing now. Once we heal ourselves on every level, we have to start to heal our past lives, and those kind of things are going to be surfacing now with these energies. T.D. Grubber. Keepers of the earth, you're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand behind you. Beside you, sorry. Ellie Lou. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Amy Cisneros. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. I'm going to be letting you guys go on that note because I have a lot of work to do. I always do with these storms, but if you guys didn't get a card, I do Akashic readings. It's the Akashic one in the store, and I do like past life and future probabilities with that, and I do them on video chat on Facebook, so it makes it real easy to find you, and so it's like a video call, and you can ask me any questions one-on-one. So check out my Akashic reading, check out my Reiki classes. With those, I send you the material and the videos, and then I just attune you when you're ready, and I have my Reiki class space on here. I always put the link below, but you can find that in the Sparks of Divine Light Healing groups, and I have a nice little group section on this page with tons of groups that I admin and help run on Facebook. If you guys are looking for spiritually like-minded communities, we have some amazing ones. You can find them in the group section. I'm going to let you guys go on that note, but for sure, go check out my Tibetan heart chakra activation. You know, it's a regular heart chakra activation, but it's also combined with soul fusion, and it's very powerful for any type of trauma, childhood issues, past life issues, relationship issues, pretty much anything heart chakra centered, and it's pretty amazing. So have a really high vibe day. Ditch the energy vampires, ditch the toxic family members, ditch the bad foods. Just really use this energy to let go of anything that is poisonous to your mind or your body, or your soul, like on every level. You guys can tell by how your energy feels after you hang out with someone. So like after I would hang out with someone really toxic, I could go have a real high vibe time at lunch, right? Say, with someone real toxic. We would go, we would vibe. I would probably come home needing a nap and feeling drained and wrecked, like I had no energy left. So sometimes it feels like you're having a real high vibe encounter with someone, but your body's telling you a different story when you're feeling drained afterwards. So I know everyone's words sound great when they're living in ego. Pay attention to how people are making you feel energetically. If people are draining to be around, if you talk to them and suddenly feel tired or you get a headache, listen to your body now. Let go of these people. Those are the people enslaving you. Everyone thinks it's the government enslaving us around here, right? It's the government and these systems. No, it's your family members and the toxic people around you. Those are the people that you have to cut ties with to liberate. Love and light.